third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynard, and it has been a hot day all the way around, but luckily a comfortable day. Those calm, chill conditions, chill is the only word that we're using to describe the sky, because temperature-wise was not chill whatsoever. What we're going to be tracking here at the Room to Room Weather Center will be that temperatures continue to climb heading into the rest of this week, really for tomorrow and Wednesday. There will be some brief relief possible, but very unlikely with that extended forecast. Watching the latest on those chances, and we're going to try this again. But our newest addition to the Mississippi Live Weather team, our meteorologist Maggie McCauley, going ahead and introducing her yet again with better audio. So Maggie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm so glad to finally get to announce that I'm joining the Mississippi Live Weather team with you and Matt. It's a really an exciting time in the weather industry in general. I've served North Mississippi before, so you might have seen my face before. I've been living in Mississippi since moving to college, so I've been here for around 5 years. And then really 3 years ago, I moved up to Senatobia, Mississippi. So I'm really excited that the Mississippi Live Weather team is not only including North Mississippi or Northeast Mississippi, but also the western half as well. So we're going all the way to the Delta, continuing that coverage. I'm excited for it and excited to represent more of the northwestern side of the state. So really fun. I'm married to my husband, Charlie, and we just had an 8-month-old. So exciting times over in my household. But again, I'm excited to join the team and just continue to bring North Mississippi great weather coverage.
Yeah, and just making North Mississippi here at Mississippi Live Weather full coverage now, because Matt and I, we've worked in the northeast side of the state, but you're bringing the familiarity with the Delta. Yeah,
no, that's right. And I know a lot of folks have been asking, Gabe, are you guys going to do mornings? Are we going to have anything in the morning? So I'm excited to get to tell you guys, hopefully by the end of the month, but eventually by August at least, we are going to be setting up a morning show, and I will be that. So you'll get to wake up with me every morning. Again, we'll have details on that a little bit later, but just so you know, that is in the works.
Yeah, and so that'll be that 24/7 channel that we already have with even more weather coverage and even more meteorological minds.
That's
so,
right. That's
perfect.
right.
Well, I'm going to hand this over to you.
Yep.
You ball out in the A block and we'll rock and roll.
Okay, and as Gabe said, we're trying it again. We did have a little bit of technological issues with our mic. Now we're good to go. So let me give you the latest forecast on what's going to be going on. As Gabe said, it has been a hot day ahead. It's been a hot last few days, and it's only going to be getting worse from here. Warm days are ahead over in North Mississippi. Take a look live over in Pontotoc. We are seeing temperatures still sitting in the 90s. 93 feels like temperature of 102. So hot out there, and the feels like temperatures are really the story. Plenty of sunshine as well. Take a look at feels like temperatures across the board, across North Mississippi. 106 over in Tate County, 103 in Clarksdale, 103 in Houston as well, 101 over in Starkville. So all of us seeing feels like temperatures, or most of us at least, in the triple digits right now. And it's going to be the same story as we head over the next few afternoons. So I want to give you a few ways that you can beat the heat. These are things to remember over the next few days if you are going to have to be outdoors. If you can be indoors, that is what we recommend, especially during those peak heating times of the day. I'm thinking 2 p.m. till about 6 p.m. If you can be indoors, stick with it. If your home doesn't have AC, we do have a few cooling centers I know open in Tupelo. Also, remain hydrated by drinking plenty of water all throughout the afternoon. Check on the most vulnerable to you. If you have anybody you know that's more susceptible to the heat, I'm talking young children, elderly in your neighborhood, be neighborly, as we say. Go check on them, make sure that they're okay during these hot conditions. And again, if you have to go outdoors, we really recommend it being early or later in the day when we don't see those feels like temperatures or values in the triple digits. Take a look at First Alert Doppler radar. We're dry right now across the board, all the way from DeSoto County to here in Lee County, not seeing any rain. We did see a few drops of showers, or light showers, I should say, in really midday. So we're having this loop again, dry right now, but around noon till about 1, we saw a few showers, mainly sitting north of 278. But these showers, they were very brief in nature. If you were lucky enough to get under one, did not even see anything in the rain gauge if you got lucky to be underneath one. I saw one on the way here and barely had to turn my windshield wiper up and down. So not much relief from the heat today. As we head over the next 12, temperature is going to be near 90 as we head to that 7 o'clock hour. Very small chance of rain between now and then. We'll drop into the 80s by 10, and we'll really sit in the 80s for a majority of your night ahead. So not a lot of relief going on overnight. As we wake up on your Tuesday morning, temperatures in the 70s. So even starting off pretty warm and then ending warm as well, again, for your Tuesday. Let's talk about what's going to be happening in terms of rainfall. Not a lot going on between now and 10 p.m. Seeing dry conditions for the most part. Could see a few showers try to drop in to our northern Alabama counties, but even then, I think a lot of that activity is actually going to be staying off to our east with that frontal boundary dropping in. As we head into your early Tuesday morning, a little bit more cloud cover in the mix, especially again if you're sitting more Lee County into portions of northern Alabama. But overall, the main story for your Tuesday out there is just going to be the heat that's going to be returning into your afternoon ahead. So a few clouds to start off your morning. That'll be the same story into the afternoon. Let's talk about the next 24. So start off your Tuesday, again, we're going to be sitting in the 70s, so still pretty warm out there as you're headed out the door. We'll be in the upper 80s by 9. 90s return yet again, and we're looking at pretty warm conditions, really the warmest conditions of the next 7 days out there for your Tuesday. Temperatures looking to be in the upper 90s. It's going to be a warm one. 97 out there by 3. Possibility of a brief heavy downpour. Again, if you're lucky enough to get under one, help cool things off at least for a little bit. We'll be back in the low 90s by your 6 o'clock hour. And again, main story over the next few days is just be careful out there if you have to be outdoors in the heat. Again, wear light fitted clothing, drink plenty of water, and just limit your time outdoors when you can. Meteorologist Gabe Maynard is going to be giving you your latest 7-day forecast, your full forecast coming up in the next 60 seconds.
I was made for this, crawling through the muck to find where the real problems hide.
All this dampness, it's perfect for mold, and that can mean headaches, rashes, even chronic illness for your family.
That's why we offer our Healthy Home 7-point mold inspection to restore your health by restoring your home.
Focusing on water and mold control from the crawl space to the roof, you can call Absolute Restoration, your local and trusted restoration contractor.
Your family deserves the most beautiful smile possible. At Tupelo Smiles, we use precision dentistry and advanced technology to make visiting the dentist an amazing experience. Relationship-based comprehensive care. Come discover the difference at Tupelo Smiles.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping. Got a few minutes? You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynard.
Was it hot enough for you yet? If not, it's just getting hotter from here. Looking at temperatures across the region, we're currently sitting in the mid to upper 90s, so it's even hotter than what it was yesterday, and even yesterday felt pretty miserable. So expecting over the next couple of days that those temperatures going to continue this warming trend. Overall, right now, we're talking about some isolated showers that move through, so these numbers are a bit higher in regards to that temperature differential. But overall, a 1, 2, even up to 3 degree temperature change from what we saw this time yesterday, and those feels like values they're following that same trend, looking well into the triple digits with 105 still in Bruce, 104 New Albany, 105 Holly Springs, and some areas coming in with 108. We're talking about South Haven, and 106 towards Senatobia and Tunica. So no matter where you're at, it's hot, it's muggy, it's miserable. It's not the ideal forecast, right? But this is typical July. We expect it. And we've been talking about this forecast heading through the weekend and now experiencing it here for the start of our work week. Excessive heat advisories in place for a good portion of northeast Mississippi. Whenever you look out west and really towards the north, those extreme heat warnings in effect as well. Now you might see on your screen that this is extended towards Tuesday at 8 p.m., but the temperatures getting even hotter. So don't think that it will end by your Tuesday evening. Expect those to continue into Wednesday and possibly even Thursday as well. I do want to say one of the best ways to cool off is with ice cream, and it's National Ice Cream Day across the United States. So if you're looking to cool off, go grab a bite of ice cream. It's a great time to do so with temperatures still in the mid 80s around 9, low 80s there by midnight, and then we're talking upper 70s closer to about 3 a.m. So those hot temperatures, nothing goes better with it than a good thing of ice cream, right? Well, let's go ahead and move on from ice cream and talking about the forecast. And it's going to be those dry conditions overnight that once again just remain in the area. A few isolated showers and storms do try to develop on the far northeast side of the state, but even that's a bit of a stretch as that moisture just tries to move a little bit more west. But a lot of that moisture still sticking out there towards the east. So not expecting significant impacts, but maybe an isolated shower or two up there by Tishomingo County and even along parts of Franklin County there in Alabama. As we start our Tuesday morning, heading out the door, it should be beautiful conditions paired with a great sunrise, but those temperatures still going to be above average. Mid to upper 70s expected with 77 Amory, Tupelo, Columbus, only going up from there, right? Well, let's keep Futurecast going through the day. That cloud cover does try to build into the area, and that will bring some momentary relief for a few of us, because if you walked out the door today and you had that cloud blocking the sun, it wasn't overly miserable. I mean, I'm trying to look at the good here. But still, I mean, it's going to block that sunshine from getting to the surface, so we might see a little bit of some cooler temperatures down around 10 a.m. towards the Golden Triangle. By lunchtime, still those clouds, I mean, it's still partly cloudy skies, so a lot of that sunshine still going to get through. We're talking maybe a degree or two cooler where those clouds start to set up. By the time we get towards the afternoon, there's your brief relief that we were talking about with isolated showers. Possibility of those popping up, really expecting mid to late afternoon. So have that rain gear handy just in case, but don't expect significant impacts. Again, this is just a very typical summer pattern where we get those isolated chances by the afternoon. Those become a bit more widespread, but overall coverage, we're not expecting more than 10 to 20% for your Tuesday afternoon. So that's where we say have the rain gear ready, but don't go into the day expecting to use it. Continuing into our afternoon, I mean, this is really the story for your Tuesday afternoon. 98 Tupelo, 98 Houston, let's keep bumping it up. 99 Bruce and Grenada, let's keep bumping it up. Triple digits in and around Greenwood right now, or for your Tuesday afternoon. So those hot conditions just get even hotter. 3 hots by that point. And heat indices, we're talking 105 to 110, so it's going to be that hot and muggy forecast for sure for your Tuesday, and that's why those advisories and warnings are in place. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and check on the vulnerable. We're talking about the elderly, children in the back seat. Don't go forgetting them. We want to stay as safe as we can and have everyone accounted for during this extreme heat. As we head through the rest of our Tuesday night, again, a few showers sticking around, but overall that dry pattern still in place. 10 p.m. still staying dry, and a lot of that moisture does try to circulate into the area. Now, this is where Wednesday could look a little different. Right now, this is one of our higher model runs in regards to rainfall output, and you'll see by the afternoon why that is. By noontime, those starting to pop up along the Alabama state line, really becoming a bit more widespread towards the afternoon as that moisture continues to wrap around, but not all models are forecasting this. So they're not in agreement that this is going to happen, and we do expect a bit drier than what we're seeing on this model right here, but it gives you an idea at least of some hope that we can have moving into our midweek, and that'll provide some rain-cooled air relief, dropping those temperatures a few degrees as well. Now into the overnight hours, a lot of those showers do dissipate, but whether it's isolated or scattered, some of that rain-cooled air will make these temperatures feel just a bit better. Still looking at those outputs, we're in the upper 90s with triple digits once again still possible, with heat indices talking about 105 to 110 yet again. So that rhymed. But yeah, looking at that forecast, it's a time where advisories and warnings probably going to continue into Wednesday and possibly even Thursday as well. But here's where we sit currently. Still issued through Tuesday at 8 p.m. with the entirety of North Mississippi under those advisories and warnings. So let's go ahead and be on the safe side. Now, one thing we talked about a couple weeks ago was the wet bulb globe temperature, which is a measure of multiple things that include temperature. It includes humidity. It includes sun exposure, so those UV rays that get to the ground. And whenever we were looking at that, we saw some red out in the Mississippi Delta. Well, all of that has gotten so much worse. We're seeing some of those extreme values across the Mississippi Delta and even towards central portions of our viewing area, Chickasaw, Calhoun, Pontotoc County included within that. Now, what this means is that we do not need to be outside for long tomorrow because those wet bulb globe temperatures by the afternoon are showing extreme conditions. And it doesn't end there. Let's keep it going into our Wednesday afternoon, and more of that black, more of that extreme continues to move over North Mississippi. So for coaches, for band directors, for anyone that's looking for outdoor activities, don't go through the day expecting you to do too much by the afternoon. Maybe move those practices indoors or at least to an air-conditioned area to provide frequent breaks to them because it's going to be miserable outside. It's going to feel real rough for our Tuesday, Wednesday, and even for parts of our Thursday. Still with those extreme values out in the Delta. So that's what I mean. Those advisories and warnings probably going to continue well into Thursday before we see some relief into our Friday. But looking at that 7-day forecast, I mean, the one chance of brief relief that we have are these isolated showers that are possible Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even for parts of our Friday before becoming a bit more scattered by the weekend. But temperature-wise, we're still upper 90s for Tuesday and Wednesday with mid to upper 90s by Thursday, and then all of those drop off with those increased rain chances into the low to mid 90s. So we'll take any relief that we can get, but really not expecting that bulk of relief until Friday and into next weekend. Just make sure to have that rain gear handy. Now, coming up in the next 60, our Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon joins us on the latest of what he's seeing up in Canada, and we'll walk in more detail on what to expect with this heat.
At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want and the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, hey there, welcome to Bouchard Gardens. The area we're going into here, we're in Victoria, Canada, and we're going into what they call the Sunken Garden. The reason it's sunken is more than 100 years ago, this was actually a limestone pit, a quarry, and as you can see, it is not that anymore. Just kind of one of the cool things here that we're learning is that the woman who originally started this brought in tons and tons and tons of topsoil to what was obviously largely a wasted area and created the garden that you see here, which is just kind of incredible to think about, you know, the way she worked to reclaim this here. There are obviously lots and lots of visitors and many gardens on site at this location here, but just kind of a cool place, just a very tranquil place. And I'm trying to keep my voice quiet because certainly it is a calming place here as well. But we're in Victoria, Canada. We made our way over to Huron Ferry earlier on today, and a lot more gardens here to check out. An amazing rose garden. It's actually a Japanese garden. We only have a couple hours here, and certainly we think we're going to absorb up every moment we can trying to enjoy things. But coming from the Bouchard Gardens here in Victoria, Canada, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon from Mississippi Live Weather.
You know, Matt did tell me that today was the hottest day of the trip. It was a balmy 70 degrees. So if you want anything to think about, that's what I'm thinking about right now, especially staring at the graphic that we're seeing. Heat advisories and extreme heat warnings still in effect. I'm showing you this one more time because it is so important that we stay hydrated and stay cool for our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday forecast. I know this is only through our Tuesday evening, but I do expect these to continue, if not worsen, as we head further into the week. So make sure to check on the vulnerable, check on the elderly, check the back seat, of course, for any children back there. Just being on the safe side. We want everyone to be safe in these hot conditions. And if you look at the severe threats of the ones that kill the most, it's actually dangerous heat that does so in the national stats. So make sure to be on the safe side and just make sure to stay as cool as you can. That's everybody in the household for your Tuesday. But looking at those alerts, I mean, just across the central portion of the South, we're talking about heat advisories, extreme heat warnings, really up the Mississippi River and all the way up into Missouri and Kansas. So we're not alone here in Mississippi. I know it's typically hot down here, but that warm pattern, I mean, let's take Matt, for example. It's his hottest day of the trip over in Vancouver. So some of that warm air lifting all the way up there towards Canada, but we're getting that really in the Mid-South up into the central U.S. So everyone needs to be staying safe. If you know anyone, I know I have family up in Kansas, I might send them a message and say, hey, make sure to drink water tomorrow. Just make sure everyone's prepared. But we're talking about advisories versus warnings, and we've shown this a couple of times, but I want to make sure you guys know that advisory means it's 105 degrees for real feel values, those heat indices, for at least 2 or more hours. So that really takes those hot conditions being in place for an extended period of time. But when it reaches those extreme heat warnings, that's 110 degrees for any point in time. So showing those model outputs, we saw 110 a lot over there in the Mississippi Delta, but some of those 110s could definitely trickle into central portions of our viewing area over towards Grenada, Yalobusha, Montgomery County, even as far east as Chickasaw and Calhoun. So watching the potential for that heading into our Tuesday and Wednesday as that heat, I mean, it's just going to be miserable as we head to our Wednesday and for our Tuesday and heading for our Wednesday as well. So all of that's based on heat indices and those real feel values outside. So even though the temperature's reading 95, it feels like 105. So 90 degrees around 7, probably still feeling in the triple digits as we're wrapping up our day and heading into sunset. But overnight tonight, those temperatures do start to drop just a bit, and those cooler conditions are in place. Honestly, the best time to get anything done outside because our temperatures are so much lower. So coming up tonight at 10, we'll be walking you through more on the heat, the potential for some rain-cooled air for our Wednesday, really hoping that that does verify. And we're also showing you some of your Weather Watcher pictures. I know that we'll have a beautiful sunset tonight. Expect great pictures from you guys, and we can't wait to show those off tonight at 10. Again, a big thank you for you guys tuning in to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Hope you guys stay as cool as you can, and we'll see you back here tonight at 10.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.